Dead silent. Excuse me while I get the intro music running real quick.
Dun, dun, king.
And there we go. Hey,
I'm alright over
it's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Looking snazzy. Going to prom?
Yeah, actually I'm late.
Or are you the limo driver?
Yeah, I'm behind schedule. I told them emergency.
Well, you know, you showed up to the right place. This is the behind schedule podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
Where we say we start at 8 and we start at 11, baby.
Yep.
What
11.
time is it right now? Oh, 10.
10. We're an
So
hour.
we're 2 hours late, but an hour sooner than we usually
Yeah.
start.
Yep. Yeah.
So as you guys can see, we fixed the camera situation. You get a better look at our beautiful faces and less of a look at the ground.
My face.
Mine's just here. As always, you got us, Computer Man Q.
Q. Right on Q.
Nodding his head. He's there, I swear.
Yeah.
He's there. He showed up today.
Again.
So yeah.
Yeah. Again. Again.
Thanks, Q. He was on time. But yeah, so we got the camera angle, the TV.
TV. Yeah.
No more bullshitting about this projector. Got
No.
it cracking.
Yeah, we're cracking.
And we know it's Friday again. We've been trying to get
Friday.
it during a weekday.
I think this is a reasonable time.
Yeah. So for
For
all you
us.
guys pre-gaming out there,
Yeah.
watching it live,
Here we are.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, sir.
Cheers to you too.
So we got a guest with us today.
A real character.
Isn't he something?
Yeah.
Face only a mother could love.
Amen. Yeah.
Nah, it's a good friend of mine from up here in Northern California. We knew each other through similar friends. Got fucked up a couple of times. Did a few freestyles together. Haven't really made any legit music with him yet.
We've been trying to get on here for, I don't know,
He's
2 months now.
yeah, it's about 2 months. He's a mix between Justin Bieber, Tekashi, and Elvis.
Yeah. Elvis. Elvis is, he dresses just like Elvis.
So anyways, he's a good guy. He worked at Tesla, so that's one thing I wanted to cover today. Because there's a lot of people up here in Northern California that work for Tesla.
A commute. That's another job.
A son of a bitch,
Within
in
a
other
job,
words.
yeah.
So let's
Pain in
have
the
him
ass.
come on in. Oh, we queued up some theme music for this guest too.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
I'd like to cheers you as well.
Oh, cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Hang on.
Here we go.
I just really like that song. So
That's your new ringtone when you call me.
I could have played that all night.
There you go. There you go.
So this is your first podcast.
First one.
First appearance.
A little
Congrats.
nervous with my
Congrats.
Introduce your face to America.
Jeremy Hill. Nice to meet you. We here. We out here.
He's got white privilege tattooed across
That's
his
it.
chest.
Yeah. You know.
Nah, but yeah, we wanted to have you on, and
Appreciate
you've been
it.
a busy
Appreciate it.
man,
Appreciate it. Yep.
interesting person, nice,
you.
nice character.
Thank you. Thank you.
I take back all the bad things I said about you.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't hear because I probably wouldn't be here. No, I'm just kidding.
Appreciate it, man.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
lying,
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
You were lying.
I was just kidding.
No.
Yeah, so
jump
you
right
know,
into it.
we kind of explained what the podcast was about before we started.
Okay.
You guys got a glimpse of the before the scenes. Luckily, you didn't see Jeremy twerking or doing anything embarrassing.
Freak a leak over here. You know.
But yeah, we basically just interview the guests, let them get to know who you are, talk about some current events, and just
Okay.
bullshit. Watch some
Alright.
crazy videos. I got some wild topics. One has to do with Pornhub.
Are you
the other
ready?
has to do with eating a booty, and those two topics don't relate.
They go hand in hand. I don't know what you're talking about.
Perfect segue.
That's
Either
it.
way
That's
you want
you
to
know.
go.
I go right there, real quick.
Nah, but yeah, I wanted to interview you, one, because I'm super intrigued about the Tesla factory and the alien that runs it.
Right, okay.
And just like the production.
I thought he was a Martian.
Hey, I don't know what he is, but he ain't human.
I'm not, that's it. I'm invincible,
I think,
that's it.
and I think SpaceX is him trying to go back to where he came from.
There you go, right.
He's like, Trump's president, I'm going back to where I came
I
from.
want to go back to Mars where they bred me. Yeah, absolutely.
These humans are bastards.
That's right.
They're gonna
Just
be.
don't get it.
Yeah, but you want to start with Tesla? When I first started over a year ago, it was a great company. Something, they looked out for you, wanted to give you stocks, bonuses, and everything. And, he's unstable as fucking in debt, so he wanted to start making some shitty moves. And
Well, I heard what he was trying to do was start making less money to get people to take their ownership out of the business. That way he could buy it back and then grow it the way he wants to.
yeah, he wanted to take it public and then kept it private. And I just think he's unsure. The company's so new; it's not as established as a lot of other ones. So they're going through a turbulent time, and I just don't like the way they treat their employees. Kind of, they feed you this story where you can grow and be somebody, and that's not the case.
So they never stuck with like the promises that they made.
It's not just that they wanted to cut and make a lot of profits, and which is understandable when you spend over $1 billion in a couple years and waste it and shit it out. So yeah, they started making some faulty moves on employees, and I felt that you take care of your employee, your company takes care of you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And,
like a plant. You gotta water the plant
Right, for it to grow.
to grow some lemons to make
Exactly.
lemonade. Because that's what
Exactly.
life's been handed me.
There you go. And you've been making lemonade out of it, huh? Squeezing all
He's
day.
showering
There you
lemonade,
go,
getting
there
all
you
the
go.
sticky spots.
There you go.
Yeah.
He said that's my deodorant. That's what I use on a regular basis.
Smells
so-
real citrusy in here.
There
Hey,
you
life's
go.
been fucking me, but I've been
There you
making the
go,
best
there
of
you
it.
But yeah, man, my experience there, I mean, they took care of me at first, and I was in a position to become a lead less than a year.
Because you
and-
grew really fast while you were there.
Yeah, levels up in, less than 6 months, and a lot of personal awards, and
And then I was telling my brother too, because I made him LinkedIn.
okay.
And isn't that how you got the opportunity? in
Not
the first
necessarily. It was more through Indeed. So but yeah, I mean, being hired on, and they promise you the moon and the stars. It was a good bonuses, good stocks, given stocks,
place?
but
I say the same thing about my ex.
yeah.
Which one?
Started out
All
good.
of them.
Yeah.
She
Or
told me
maybe
the
they
story.
say the
and-
same thing
yeah.
about me. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that company it's too unstable for me. I have a family, house payment, car payment.
Yeah.
I need.
And then
I
isn't
need,
there a hell of a commute to get there too?
Not necessarily. I was only in Lathrop, so I mean, 45 minutes from home's not
yeah.
too bad. You know what I mean? It's really not.
That's
But
good.
Because we know this guy, he works for like a limousine company. And I was asking him, like, what's the main thing that you do? And he's like, oh, we give Tesla workers rides to the factory.
right, okay. Yeah, I never got that advantage because I left so close. So that's cool. But yeah, I just didn't like the way they're treating their company and treating the people.
What
I
was a
mean,
couple negatives that they're doing towards you
it was
guys?
more like because they wanted to make a profit. So I helped engineering perfect a lot of the process, gain a lot of information to help them decrease time so that we can have a bigger output. And that ended up fucking people out of jobs, to be honest. And me
But you
as
made them money.
I made them money.
So you should have fit in perfect. in that
Yeah,
environment.
right.
At least
I
in the
hustled for
corporate
them.
world.
I grew up hustling, so I hustled for them to take advantage of people. So it's not uneasy with me. I'd rather be at the established company that's willing to take care of me like I take care of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was inches away from becoming a lead, and then they swept the rug out from under my feet. And then I didn't feel like I had an opportunity for 4 or 5 years to really gain and level up and continue with that. And who knows if they're going to be there at that point with the instability and
Yeah.
turning over CEO now. And
Well, what's crazy is, and what I want to say is inspirational about you and your story, is that you had just bought a house when you felt secure with that company,
correct.
got laid off, and your commitment to hustle and keep that in order. Didn't you say you had like 7 interviews so far?
Oh yeah. I've been beating the pavement. People want me. That's the thing. It's just anything close by. If you're not traveling over the Altamont,
Yeah.
if you're not traveling over the hill, you're really not making a lot. The Valley doesn't want to pay you a whole lot. So, I mean, other than the Frito-Lay position, everybody else wants to pay you like 18, and I'm like, bro, I need 20 plus. I was making 25.75, so
Damn.
I don't want a big pay cut like that. I know
Yeah.
my work ethic. I mean, I proved it to them. I felt like anywhere I go, I could prove it. So just a matter of working out pay rate, man. I need to get paid.
What would
I'm
you?
not-
Well, hell yeah, that's
I
the
need to
reason
get-
we go to work.
Exactly. I need to get, but have a 3-year-old daughter. She just turned 3. Beautiful little girl. I have a fiance. You know, I like to save for a wedding, and like I said, I felt like,
Shout out to
Yeah.
the fiance.
hey
She'll
Vanessa,
be
in case you
watching
watch
this.
it, yeah.
Hey, don't be saying you bought that ring. I seen that before the
Yeah,
podcast.
that's
God
it.
damn, that's a fat
That
rock.
shit got me in debt. That's what I'm saying. So,
I
yeah.
ain't seen that rock since the hood. Man.
It's nice, yeah, it's nice, but yeah, I want to excel. I'm a self-driven person, so I feel like I'll be all right, you know.
I think so too, man.
It's
And you were saying too, like you're more of a glass half empty type person. Do you think that
Yeah.
that works in your advantage?
it
Sometimes?
doesn't, because then I'm in my head. I feel like I let people down.
But if you weren't in
know?
your head, you wouldn't be so
and
driven.
like we were talking about, I mean, you gave me great advice. You know, some of the hardest obstacles are put in front of some of the greatest people,
Mm-hmm.
and that stuck with me because I feel like I'm a great person. I overachieve. I kick ass. I take names. I'm a hard worker. I'm a fast worker. I'm a fast learner. So I leveled up there quick for them to pull the rug out from under me and not give me that opportunity.
Yeah.
So
At least you could chalk it up to the game as a life lesson.
yeah,
It's something
yeah.
to pass down to
absolutely,
the kids.
absolutely.
You know, is that you don't always have to put all your eggs in one basket, because when that basket fucking throws itself off the cliff, there goes all your eggs. You know.
Exactly. And I did put all my eggs in that basket to get in that position in the first place.
You just laying
Yeah.
an egg.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. There's one
As
left.
long as it's golden, I can cash it and
Take
we can
this
make
egg
some
to
money. We'll be
Frito-Lay.
all right. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just, you know, a rough time for me, but at the same time, like you said, you got to pick yourself up, get the glass half full, and keep rocking. So
Yeah.
here I am, being the pavement.
So you said you had 7 interviews.
So far, yeah, it's just some of them are in Sacramento, some of them are in the Bay Area. Fuck those commutes. You know, California commutes. I don't know if anybody does that shit. But you're driving over the hill. I mean, you're leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning to
What's
get there.
crazy
Oh,
is
yeah.
LA, you gotta drive through a hill. The Bay, you gotta drive through a hill. The Valley is the Valley. You gotta go through a hill to get an opportunity.
Right.
Which should tell you something about Death Valley.
There you go. Right.
I've walked through the valley of the shadow of death.
There you go. Yep. True.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, like I said, God's given me some opportunities I feel real promising.
What were the hardest questions in the interview?
So far for Frito-Lay or for Tesla?
all of them, any of them. What was the hardest question you?
I mean,
like
Tesla, I felt like they gave me questions that didn't even pertain to my job. And then I go in there and I felt like I was going to be here. And I show up and I know more than some of the people who've been there for 4 or 5 years. And I was able to excel, like I said, and level up quickly. So I felt like they should have gave me the same respect and let me continue to chase those opportunities, chase that dream, you know, the California dream of being something. You want to own your own home. Well, now I do. Then you want to sweep the feet out from under people.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem cool to me, man. You take care of people, they take care of you, right? You treat people with respect, people respect you. That's how our relationships.
And
always
it's crazy
been,
with
so.
that company too, because you would imagine it being a progressive, give people a chance, let's start
No,
a
that's
new
what they
type
sell
of
you as.
factory.
Until he said, "Oh shit, we need to make money,"
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Oh well, fuck this guy and fuck that guy," and like I said, they fired my supervisor on the spot.
Fuck your house, fuck your car, fuck your kids.
Yeah, and I can't do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So.
Fuck,
I'm looking for legitimate companies, legitimate, you know, opportunities. I want to excel. You know, the goal in life is to be a millionaire, right? Like I want to work for myself.
Well, check it out.
you know?
There's a study where they tested the happiness of people that made like 20 grand a year to 50 grand a year, then 50 grand to 95 grand a year, and then 95 grand to $1 million a year.
Okay.
And you know what they found? They were testing for happiness. They found that there's little differences in happiness of the 95 grand a year people and the $1 million a year people. That they're at the same level of happiness because they have all their needs taken care of.
Right, but the $1 million, you have so much stress on top of you. You got all these taxes.
New money, new problems.
Government's in your pocket
How I would
more.
argue that is if that's not the case for everybody.
Not necessarily.
Not everybody,
no.
but that was the general thesis of the whole thing.
If you thrive in what makes you happy and you make money,
Yeah, you're gonna be happier. But I'm saying you could start a business, and whether you be a millionaire or make 100 grand a year, you're gonna be the same amount of happy. You know, with a bigger company, more employees, more headache, more time at work, less time with the family.
But it was funny because when I worked there, they always said there's the right way, there's the wrong way, and then there's the Tesla way. And Tesla always, dude, overspending. They sent me on a couple jobs to Gigafactory. After a week or two, they're like, why do we even send you guys there?
Damn.
So you just fucking paid me $1,000 for 3 days of work just for you to regret it in the late run. Well, then that kills
when
your
a bill
overhead,
collector
so.
calls me, I'm be like, yeah, I've been living the Tesla way around here. Buddy.
Yeah, right.
We
yeah.
overspending at this house.
That's right. Yeah.
Technology's great though.
yeah, and it was. I mean, it was a fun job. I love my job. I love the people I worked with. But when you start seeing those people being taken advantage of, you don't want.
Well, at least you can
They
say
become-
too that you're a part of a historical company because they are
I
historical.
was, and I helped them grow a lot and achieve a lot. So much so that they didn't need as many people, and I didn't. I don't feel like that's cool. I mean, you feel like a company, you take care of a company, they should take care of you.
You should have got like 9 lives if you got rid of 9 jobs.
Right? There you go, right? Especially with the work ethic that I had and the achievements that I had, yeah. So, but that's okay. You know, you got to put it behind you. Like I said, I'm looking for something more stable. You know, when you have a kid, I mean, and you know how that is. So when you have a kid, that comes
You're
first.
not just
You
worried
gotta
about
put-
yourself anymore.
No, it ain't about me at
Yourself,
all.
you're like, shit, I'll live it out of my car and park at the
Exactly.
gym and shower.
Yeah. I'll do it. Yeah,
and then
I'll do
I'll
what
just
it
hustle,
takes
get
to,
a place with somebody.
exactly.
But with the family, you're like, I need a house.
Yeah.
Or an apartment.
Well, and then
at
when you see
minimum.
your daughter's face when she sees her own room and her own space, you know, I don't want to take that away from her. And that's the last thing. And that's something I've joked with you before. I'm like, I'll sell myself if I have to make these payments. I will do what
I
it takes.
put in an
you know?
offer.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever it takes, man. Whatever
Well,
it
it was
takes.
good
So-
seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that reply.
It's okay, buddy. We'll be all
I thought it
right.
was pretty generous, $20.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking for something closer. Like I said, I've had other opportunities. I mean, shit, Frito Lay's 15 minutes from my house to make $3 more an hour I was making.
Are they
Let's
still
shoot for the
hiring?
star, yeah. I have my, I'll log on, bro.
Shit, I love
just wait for
chicks.
Tuesday so I can get hired on, and
okay.
then you can not take my job. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
yeah.
probably won't, but
He's going to wear this shirt to the interview.
Yeah. There you go.
He's going to get a little
A
wider,
little
too.
text message. Hey, just watch this podcast first, just in case you guys are thinking about it. No, it is. No, but yeah, you know, like you said, you just got to move on. You got to pick yourself up, keep rocking. That's life, dude.
That's it. So for all you losers out there, listen
Yeah.
to Jeremy's words.
That's it, yeah. And then I went on. Well, I filed for unemployment just in case to cover my stuff. $4.50 a week. I mean, it works out to $11.25 an hour. Like, who wants to make that? Like, I'm not worth minimum wage. I have
Yeah.
skills.
Mhm.
I've been an electrician. You know what I mean? Electrotechnical, position with Tesla. Like, I have experience under my belt. There's no reason for.
What's crazy about the
Nothing.
minimum wage is shouldn't that be the minimum wage to live a life with all the bases
Well-
covered, like housing, car?
And how are you not gonna base it off of what I made? Like, I'm making $25 an hour, and you're gonna. And when I broke it down after what they want to pay me, it's $11.25. That is a huge jump. That's
That's the-
$14
that's the
an
cap.
hour.
That's
Yeah,
why. They can't
yeah,
pay you any
well,
more than that.
Well, fuck them. That's why I don't want to
Fuck
deal
them.
with them. I need a better job. I need better shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
you
man.
need a better company. That's what you
That's
need.
what I need. A stable company. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
need
Something
something
that's
better.
established and consistent. And so,
Yeah, because I already bought all the material to make that bar at your house.
Yeah.
I printed up some timesheets.
Yeah, he said we blew some blueprints on this shit. and-
We got our contractor's license.
Is that
you know,
it?
yeah. We
You
were
don't
ready,
need
guys.
that. All these beautiful benches you guys
Yeah.
made and stuff. I mean,
Handcrafted.
handcrafted. There you go.
I know.
Every stitch.
Every
You
stitch.
could have something
Blood,
pretty.
sweat, and fucking tears in this shit.
Yeah.
I'm
You could
telling
have
you.
something pretty like the church pew, the snakeskin church pew.
Hey, I'm down. I'll take it. She's a beauty over there. So.
500.
Yeah, that's the highest
And,
or best offer, right?
yeah.
He said just
And
in
are you
case.
still trading some favors for yourself, or
What do you mean?
$20.
Yeah,
take
whatever you
20
say.
off?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, if your date doesn't work out and she needs some D after, it might cost her. But I'm just saying, no, jokingly, but yeah, man, I'm just ready to strive,
30.
30, 35, and it's a deal. Half out.
Final offer. That's it.
Well, speaking of big companies, we all know YouTube.
Yeah, and how many people have been able to do what you're doing right now, and
Oh, it's great.
yeah,
But I was at school and I was watching like podcasts and shit, and my YouTube wasn't working. I'm like, what the hell? And it wasn't working for a couple hours, and come to find out, they got hacked.
oh, and it was like nationwide, right?
Yeah, it
people
was
were losing their
nationwide.
fucking mind over it.
Well,
yeah,
what's funny about that is,
Blown.
you know how Netflix uses like 30% of the bandwidth in America.
That's what you were telling me. Yeah, it's a crazy amount.
So
yeah.
YouTube's got to use like, I don't know, 10, 20 of
Easily.
the other
And then
percent.
Google and all that shit's still pulling. And yeah.
Well, where do you think that 20% goes when
Someone-
YouTube shuts down? They go somewhere else, Lord. Can
you think
take
so?
a wild guess?
Yeah.
Because I got to study.
Guess.
I got to study.
Who else?
right
Who
here.
else streams videos like that? I don't know. Hulu,
Yes.
Vivo.
Getting
I don't
close.
know, you know.
You're on the right track. You are on the right track.
I got to
It's fucking
Real
Facebook.
quick.
Blocking people. I don't know. What if-
No. You are?
Yeah.
No, I'm not
You
gonna
can keep
lie.
guessing. You can keep guessing.
I'm
It's
not sure.
It's not Hulu.
It's really not Hulu, and like Vivo does. Yeah, really? Okay, hey. In case you don't have it, I'm just saying.
So what's interesting about this is polls came out of like you can chart how many people. Even Q was telling me like the analytics you can do on like YouTube channels.
what
different
people search
websites.
more
Yeah.
and what comes up the most. And,
So there's a chart of Pornhub's usage, and
Okay.
you tell me when YouTube.
went
I
out.
think I saw when. Well, okay, I don't know
What's
about
you can tell.
how much it
Just
decided
point
to pull
out on
after.
the chart where you think their viewership went.
Oh, really? Wow, that giant spike, huh?
21%.
Everyone's like, well, I can't watch normal people, so I'm going to watch people fuck. That's okay. Hey, if you're a man, like I said, hey, that's the spot to be
Who
at.
says it's all men? You sexist prick. Hey,
Sorry,
Frito-Lay,
ladies.
he's sexist.
My bad. I'm just saying.
That's why Tesla got rid of
Yeah,
you. Huh?
that's-
Like, you can't send these women in
You
here to do
can't,
our
yeah.
job.
And I had some hardworking girls there, man. It's pretty. Like I said, it was good at the beginning, but you don't want something that's not going to take care of you, man. I don't care how
Yeah.
much bonuses or how many stocks you want to fucking give me. If you're not going to take care of me, if I'm not sure that I'm going to be there, or they said it wouldn't affect hourly employees, and then I start seeing good friends of mine that I've met over the year be let go for unnecessary reasons, like anything and everything. Oh, you were 5 minutes late today, like.
Because they
Oh,
probably
that's
had
funny.
a quota of people they had to get rid of.
Yeah.
So if you fuck up, you're part of the
And
quota.
they were part of it, yeah. And like I said, and I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. I misinterpreted what you could
Damn,
miss.
Really?
Is it-
Fuck. Got the best of me today, huh?
Yeah, but you know, like I said, everything's a learning experience. That's life. I've made plenty of mistakes. I don't know what you want to get into, but I made mistakes in my life. I have sales charges, and I passed their background check, which was something of the most extensive background checks I've ever seen in my life, and I passed that with no problem. So, like I said, any other company, I'm not worried about it. But I know what I'm worth, and I'm not just gonna settle. I had a company in Rip, and I'm not allowed to name the name, but they want to offer me 18, but I need 20 to pay my bills.
And then
so-
always negotiate, too.
Well, that's it. I told him I want to stay close to where I'm at, and he looked
Yeah.
at me and he was kind of like,
Well, I'm saying with your wages, all that shit, once you get hired on, of course. then
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah. You know, and you
Okay,
do
I've
90
proven my
days, and then-
self-worth.
Exactly.
You know, I feel like I can take in more responsibilities if you feel like that, but be like, hey, I need some more money.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, that was a goal.
And then you
but-
could use that Tesla thing as an example. Like, check it out. I eliminated a whole shift. Pray for them, but
Yeah.
that whole shift was
But that doesn't,
sayonara.
like I said, that didn't sit well with me. If it was you or you, like, that would kill me, you know? If you guys worked there and then all of a sudden
Oh,
they're
no, I
like,
would've
trying to
killed
find
you.
the reason.
I would have killed you.
Yeah. Oh, you worked me out of a job, huh? I know where you live,
He would've held me
motherfucker.
buried
Yeah.
by
Yeah. Got plenty of room in my
Fucker.
backyard, so this
I
is
got
yeah.
Tesla tattooed on my chest. You got me fired.
Just because you got, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Whose house?
Who's
Where are
that?
we gonna do it at?
And then-
The burial. just put me in the bathtub with a bunch of
I'd be
acid. You don't have to
playing
worry
this
about it
shit
after a
the whole
couple of
time,
hours. You
too.
didn't learn that.
Yeah.
You didn't realize my last name's up there, so I.
Oh, his
they're getting
name's
that.
Jeremy Hill. That's why we're playing the King of
Yeah,
the Hill
yeah.
theme song.
I've heard that for years. Yeah, let's throw those jabs at me. All right, I got you. Okay.
Was that a jab? I'm offended.
Or
should've been
should
a
I be
two-piece
offended?
at
I think that
least.
might be.
Well, that's the theme of the show.
Yeah. No.
Ooh, burn.
But the Pornhub thing, yeah. I'm like, hey, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me get back to that real quick. Look at those analytics.
That's
21%.
Well, you see what people go for, okay? So I'm trying to look for something
No, you really
that's
don't
gonna
see what they're going for.
No, but the point is, I
You
want
really
something
don't.
to entertain me and see me. Well, if I can't see something to laugh at, I might as well jack off, right?
Well, here's the
is that the goal?
I guess that's what their idea was, yeah.
Here's the second thing to look at when you look at this chart is when you think YouTube came back on.
Oh yeah, then it dipped way low, right? Because okay.
It was like a 2 or 3 hour. Let's
They
see,
had enough.
from 8 p.m. to
They had
11
enough
p.m.
time alone to handle what
That's
they needed.
They needed to get
That's
out, right?
3 hours of porno
Fuck, I feel
watching.
great. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Q, were you part of which list were you on? Were you on this chart at all? Or you didn't notice
Have
the
you ever
dip?
seen the chart of what people look at?
Okay, good.
I don't
Pass
know.
the test.
I don't know if you've ever
No.
pulled
Why
that
would
up,
you
Chris.
wanna
What's
know?
that?
It popped up on something one day, and I clicked on it, and
You
it said
clicked
like,
on it?
yes, I clicked on it because I want to know what other people are fucking looking at.
What is it?
What like people research while they're on that site.
When they're yakking it off.
Butt
Yeah.
plug.
No, it was more like, oh, my stepsister, and like,
You know that's the
People are weird
Hey,
these
Q, can
days,
you look
bro,
up the
like-
top 10 porn categories?
Why?
I'm telling you, from last year, and it was weird.
Fuck, why?
The point is, it's weird. People are fucking weirdos, bro. They really are. Like, some people are weirdos. I don't know.
It's just a lazy.
Let's ask one of the spectators. What's your number one porn go-to?
Good.
Not Pornhub. I chase the real pussy. Well, when you're in a long-term relationship, okay, you don't get that shit every day. So sometimes you gotta handle your shit.
gotta
Alright?
change your
Just saying, you know.
You don't do the splits on it, so I gotta watch that.
Exactly.
You can
Where's
barely
that
touch your
one
And
toes.
sometimes
Where
I'm
was
trying to
that
learn
one
something
video from
new.
Where the dude pulled out all of his.
I get these fucked up clips every now and then.
Yeah, people send them to you.
10
or-
times
Yeah.
a day. And
Yeah.
it was this guy, all you see is his shaft in some chick's ass. And he pulls it out in here, and his balls come out.
Okay, what you got to do to get to that point to get them in?
I can't show that
That's
on
a challenge.
Facebook, but it's beautiful.
But yeah, hey.
Lord, let me tell you.
Let me
what?
tell you.
Jeremy will reenact it for $100.
Yeah, for 100 like I said, I will tell myself to get my money. I don't care what I got to do. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
No, it's not hilarious.
It is pretty fucking funny, dude. Because you know this world's fucked
For
up.
us, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, because we're normal people. Well,
Hey, speak for yourself.
I feel like I'm a normal person, so when I look shit up, it's normal fucking shit. But some people,
Missionary.
yeah. What's normal?
Missionary.
I'm an ass man.
Let me
so-
get the missionary compilation.
I don't know. I'm an ass man, so that's what I shoot for. I don't know.
Yeah. then
But
you graduate.
people are weird. What they
Don't
want to see.
spend too much
and-
time on there. You start graduating.
Yeah. He's like, what does this mean? Oh, not what I wanted
Can
to
you have
see.
3 titties? 3 titty butt. Yep, you can. Actually, there's a chick with 8 titties on here. Looks like he's fucking udders on here.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I can't believe that that's the spike and that's where everybody
21%,
decided to go.
Crazy.
Yeah, you couldn't just use Google for a little bit
And
and,
that's
figure out
just
some.
not-
Nah,
Pornhub,
you
right?
couldn't read a book.
You could have nothing. Huh?
Couldn't just put
People
your
are trying to get
phone down.
tutorials on how to fix
hours.
shit and they got nothing. Yeah.
I know, they're like, how to build a birdhouse. Fuck YouTube's out.
Yeah.
Titty fuck. Birdhouse is the titty
That was
fuck.
probably me. I'm just saying. No,
Well, I was gonna teach the kids how to carve a pumpkin, but
But-
then anal rape seemed pretty
a lot
pretty
better
fun.
than me. That's right. Yep. So hey, I'm trying to
Open me up a Coors Light and
That's
hit up
it.
Pornhub.
Put it on the big screen, the fucking.
That's
living
funny
room.
that ended up taking up that much of the streaming process.
Do we have the
though.
categories yet?
Yeah, you want top 10 or like top 5?
Top 5 is cool. Top 5.
I'm telling you,
Search.
it's
Should we take some bets?
Number
first?
5.
no,
I
because
think
I've seen it.
incest is on there.
Yeah.
Ass
No?
plays on there. Okay.
Okay. Let's
So-
yeah. Well, let's break it down because I'm curious now.
5 is mature. 4 is teen.
Mature
Teeth?
teen.
Number
Oh, teen. Okay.
Yeah, 3
Okay. Like, and that's another thing. Why? Like what?
Because that's as legal as it gets.
Yeah, he's. I want the youngest, tightest I can see right
She's
now.
got to have
That's it.
braces and a schoolgirl
It's a school-
skirt on. Too. What's the next ones?
3rd is amateur, then MILF, then lesbian.
I don't
No.
believe that. That's a liberal
Like I
way of
said, yeah, I
looking
don't
at
know.
it.
Maybe
Yeah,
what I saw was
shit.
a little different, but what I saw was a little off the wall. And you're like, these, you know,
What the fuck are you looking at?
it's not what I was looking at. It was what I read as a research thing, like he looked up, and it was not. Yeah,
I know
it was a little
incest
bit
is
more
on there. Let me
extra than
find
that.
that
But the
shit.
incest, yeah. So the incest shit, that's
I don't know.
like I said, not something I go for by any means. But
No.
look, he's out. You're too close to your brother, or what?
Oh, okay.
If I go to top 5, you know, searches.
Searches. That's what it was.
Okay, I got the list. I think.
Okay, see? Stepmom, stepsister. Okay?
Cream
yeah.
pie, big ass.
Cream pie? Okay, that's not.
Cheerleader, gangbang,
Lesbian
big
sister.
tits, Korean and
Korean.
Chinese.
We want to see Asian bitches. You see this country? What the fuck?
I wonder how much of this is mixed. Korean, stepmom, big tits, gangbang. They're not saying the mixtures.
Yeah, like
You
I
gotta
said.
make a martini of porn.
Mom though. Look at mom. Look how high mom is on there.
Where's mom at?
Right underneath stepsister.
Mom's higher than anal.
Oh, what? Who wants to? What?
Look at virtual reality,
Who
dude.
thinks like that? Like
Virtual reality porn is up there.
and that's something completely new to people.
I've tried it. Overrated.
Yeah, is it?
It's still your
You
hand.
act like.
Hey,
And there's
that's
nothing.
funny.
To...
Hey, that's funny you mentioned that. I see this thing on Instagram the other day, and it said whoever told me about masturbating with a dead arm is fucked up because I ruined a funeral.
I brought him back to life, and I'm like, how does resurrection work like that? I don't understand.
Okay, I got another search. Illegal porn searches.
Illegal?
Oh.
What the fuck is illegal porn?
Yeah. So look, it says dark net though. So
What's it- what?
Ah, shit, FBI is gonna be over here.
yeah.
Hey, you're not gonna get that job, bro.
Hey, Frito.
You better jump
They
the fence
they jumped that level. Okay, I didn't. Yeah. No.
now. FBI.
The
Illegal.
FBI.
What the fuck? I didn't even know there was illegal porn.
Did you know there was a dark web?
I didn't. This is news to
Yeah.
me.
So the dark web shit is fucking.
When can an internet search be illegal?
How about don't be a weirdo and that anything that you know
Is it like
is
with
under being a
animals?
weirdo?
Is it
That's
like
probably
animal
not where
shit?
you want to be.
Did you know that it can be illegal just to look something up on the internet? Depending on what it is, that's why it's important.
You know what's funny is they don't express these fucking laws. When have you heard about illegal?
Why should you have to? Is my point. Like
What?
that's a problem with this country. Like why should you even be looking up something that's like
What's
in
that
that
to do with
vicinity?
the country? That's like individual weirdo-ness.
Yeah, but that's this country. Those weirdos are in this fucking country. Half of that shit came from the South. I'm gonna tell you right now. I can guarantee it. That shit.
Damn, there's this.
And I don't mean Southern California. I mean the people that fuck their
The
countries.
real damn
Yeah,
South.
they, you know, Arkansas and yeah. I damn near love my brother.
This sounds. Mom, porn, stepsister. That.
teen sister?
I just sell propane.
Teen
Stepsister.
stepsister. It gets real weird. Glad I had that queued up.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, but there's some crazy shit. The first one that this one says, which is a no-brainer, child pornography.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Duh.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
a sick,
yeah.
twisted individual, anyways. If you're there, you need to be in jail, anyway. So,
I'm trying to find a list, but I
or
don't see
hung
it.
somewhere, in my opinion. You know.
Or stone, just everyone
Just
throws
yeah,
bricks
let's
at
do
'em.
it. Let's
Small
go old
bricks.
school.
I'd
Fuck it.
throw small bricks at 'em, so it
Yeah,
takes long.
pebbles, and straight in the eye. Yeah, yeah. People. Yeah, like I said, this country's full of weirdos, and Donald Trump just makes it worse. So, you know.
Did you watch his rally?
No, but I saw some clips. I saw you laughing your ass off with his whatever, what he was talking about. And
Bro,
shit,
it's
and
insulting to America how he speaks.
he's insulting to himself. I don't understand how he gets away with half of the shit that he says, and just I don't know. If you want to go to another topic, I was a Bernie supporter.
I was too. A lot of
wholehearted on
people
that.
say he's crazy, but that craziness would have got filtered out. Some ideas, good ideas that he had.
Yeah,
would've
and you
stuck.
know it goes to the Senate and they have to talk about it and stuff. But it
There's
seems
no-
like this guy just does whatever the fuck he wants. Anyways,
he's
and
slapping
then-
hoes and grabbing them by
yeah,
the pussy.
calling women horse face and shit, and then this motherfucker looks like a fucking orange on a daily basis. So I just, yeah, our country's in a bad state. But hey, another note: vote on these next elections. Midterm elections are important. Those people you put in there are gonna be the people that are gonna help us. Change in the middle. You get the right people in there, and you won't get.
There's just no perfect candidate, but
And you watch these commercials on TV, bro, and it's each person sells themselves like the other person's the devil.
yeah,
And you don't know what to believe, and then you look up on the internet and everything's.
That's what someone was asking us the other day. Who was it? They're like, "How would you run against your best friend?
I asked
What would
that.
your strategy be?" Oh, it was you.
Yeah.
Like, how would you do that? How would you run against your best
Yeah,
friend?
well, I mean, it depends on you want to win. You bury him. That's what this
So
country's
that's
built.
it.
This country's built on that. That's what you do.
I'm like,
just
you got
bury
all the
next
dirt
guy,
on him
right?
at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got dirt on each other.
and that's the whole thing, right? So why the fuck should that be part of anything? Why?
Yeah, but I said is if you don't bury your friend and you want to maintain the relationship, is you're just honest and say, you guys pick who you think is better. We're best friends. We're not gonna fucking talk shit on each other.
This is what I'm for. This is what I'm for. Make
That's
a
what
choice.
I would think. If I was fucking with
That's
the
what the
best
fucking
friend.
commercial should be about, because
Yeah.
they pick one thing, like somebody here in this local area, I think Modesto or whatever, he's 5 generations here or whatever. The bad thing that said they had to say about him was that he voted for abortion. And it depends on how people feel and what you feel like, but if that's the worst thing that you could say to pull up on someone is that he had a belief that people have a choice.
Everyone is never gonna agree on that in the first place. So
Yeah, well, it's like that's politics and religion
That's
are the
a
two
war.
things.
they
that-
find the one thing and they're like, ooh, he's gonna be the most hated for this state.
Exactly.
Let's run with that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and you don't know each party. It's something that I learned a long time ago. They say whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it's 2 wings on the same bird. So it doesn't matter. They fly together.
Yeah.
They might sound completely different, but really they got the same underlying fucking issues.
Have
They
you
really
seen-
do.
Have you seen the first debate against the 2020 candidates?
No, but that shouldn't be
There was
for.
something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made
Oh
Super-
God, not this.
So
fucking guy.
Kanye's running for 2020,
running
allegedly.
as what, a VP? Because he's obviously sucking Donald off for whatever
He's
reason.
sucking that dick long and strong.
Yeah,
Fuck
but it did help
that.
the music industry, and that's something we can agree on.
Yeah.
That thing the other day, that really did
Did
help
you watch
independent
this?
artists. I never want no.
Do you want to take a glimpse into our reality?
Okay.
There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman. That's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman cape. For me, also as a
Made a Superman
cape.
From China. Ordered it from China.
Yeah.
And what's funny about this is Kanye speaking so passionately, and look at Trump's face. He's like, why'd I agree to this
Why
shit?
did yeah?
And he doesn't give him one compliment. He doesn't agree on anything. He doesn't
He's just over
address
there like-
any of the issues that Kanye brought up that aren't even big issues. Feast your eyes, bro.
Industry guys, non-political, no book. Put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. I don't like about, it's not that I don't like, what I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, or
His
the liberals to
face.
improve on it.
He's like, I never knew someone could bullshit more than me.
This inconsiderate motherfucker. Did you see when he walked out the other day and it was raining with the umbrella? Did you see that clip?
Mm-mm.
And he's walking with Melina, and they stop because she thinks she's gonna get on the helicopter, and he walks away from her, leaves her in the rain, walks away, keeps the umbrella.
I'm the
talks to them.
president, bitch. You getting wet. I'm
And then
not.
she has like this look on her face, like, "Oh, I'm supposed to go over here." And then as soon as she walks over, he holds the umbrella on this side, leaves her over here, still in the rain, and walks away. And it takes him a good 30 steps before he decides to like, "Oh, maybe
What
I
a
should cover
dummy.
my." What a piece of shit, though. Like, isn't that? I don't know. I was raised with respect. You take care of your woman, right? Like, you're gonna get wet. You're gonna take your jacket off to put it over a pothole so she can walk. This motherfucker would probably throw
He's
her
a
over the
fucking-
pothole, walk
Yeah,
over.
he's an egomaniac. What was the word you
God.
brought up the other day when we were watching the serial killers? So he's a
He
sociopath.
Is. He
dude.
is. Yeah, self-centered. It's just, I know people thought that having a business-minded person was gonna help us, but
They're all
there's no business.
sociopaths. They
I've
put
seen no
business above
business-related.
everything.
I've seen no business-related anything, and people wanted to bash Obama for making statements here and there. But this motherfucker, I think I saw a poll the other day or something. After 4,000 tweets that he's put out or whatever, they fact checked it. It was like 90% of the statements that he made were considered false. Like somebody, a third party looked it up.
Yeah.
And they were completely inaccurate.
But nobody talks about it.
Why is
Nobody
he still
gives a
tweeting?
fuck.
Who the fuck does not take his computer away? Like,
I can put something critical out about Trump on my Facebook, and there'll always be someone on there defending him.
Always.
But what about, I swear, every time, and it's like, seriously? Don't defend the guy. I get it, you see hope in him, but look at what he's doing.
I don't care what he. Look at his mouth. Who wants to elect?
Look at
a
his
guy
face
that
right
has
here. He's
no
asleep.
fucking filter. Like, I mean, at least Bill. What's it?
Bill Clinton?
Clinton. Okay. Yeah, he might have been getting his dick sucked in the office, but the motherfucker was handling business and had respect
Yeah, and the
from
economy
people.
was good with him.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wasn't talking all this
Yeah.
bullshit.
So what? He wants to get his dick sucked in the office. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? You're the fucking man,
Some
right?
hot secretary, like, I'm the
Yeah,
president.
Like,
You want
come
some
on, handle
president dick?
business. This motherfucker's over here calling people out, calling military people out, and you can relate to that. You've been in the military, making unnecessary. They're not treated.
No,
fairly.
he's like in his last rally that he had. He's like, we have the world's most powerful military. I'm gonna make it even more powerful. And isn't it nice to have something like that? Wouldn't want to use it, but wouldn't it be nice if we did? You know, that's kind of the direction.
Okay, Putin.
Yeah,
I got you. All
He's
right.
like, wouldn't
yeah.
it be nice if my boys just caught you
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
slipping? Not saying they will.
That's some hood shit. That's some gangster shit. Like, he done pulled that from Kanye was coaching him on that side of it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So check this out, dude.
If he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest planes. I brought a gift with me right here. This
Hold on,
right
I'm
here
not prepared.
is
Give me 30 seconds.
the iPlane 1. It's a hydrogen-powered airplane, and this is what our president should.
And you know what that airplane is? It was someone's thesis project for like their college thesis paper. It's not even a real thing. It was
just an
something
idea.
that someone created.
Yeah, just thought up.
And he's telling
this
them
is
like,
what we
this
should
needs
be
to
doing.
replace
Yeah.
Air Force One. You fucking idiot.
Be flying in. Look at this shirt.
So get rid of Air Force One. Can we get rid of Air Force One?
When we make everything in China and not in America, then we're cheating on our country. And we're putting people in positions to have to do illegal things to end up in the cheapest factory ever, the prison system.
That's true, but what has he fixed
I'll
on
tell
that
you
yet?
what.
Who, Kanye or Trump?
What has Trump, really done to that yet?
Trump
I mean,
outsources his shit to China too.
That's what I said. Look at his hats, right? That's what they said. Made
Yeah,
in China.
made in China.
I thought he cut off China recently.
Well, he probably did because they didn't
The
agree
trade.
on something.
Trade.
But before he was president, he was making shit in China. Fucking prick.
But that was pretty impressive. You know, I hate to say this, Jim. Do you want to say something? What do you do after that?
He's like sunning
Because you
him.
have no fucking clue what you're talking about. So
And he's-
let me ask somebody else who doesn't really know. But what do you think, buddy?
And he's sunning him like, wow, that was great. Good job, little guy.
And then he's sitting there like,
Good job, little guy. Look
Yeah.
at his face right here. You think he's impressed?
no.
It was just set up
Nobody
to be a
impresses
lunch
him.
of two people that I like, and I guess they like me.
Because you know I love you.
I know.
Did I
But I don't want to take. I don't want to. Put
I
you
love
in that
you.
spot.
Was he on opiates at this time too?
I love this
Or is this
guy.
Probably.
Let me get
Look at this shit.
I love this guy right here.
That's really nice.
He's like, I just slapped your belly.
Well, because we've had a choice over slavery.
Stupid.
Some of the, yeah, dude, that's another person. If you want to jump to another topic, fucking Kanye's done lost his fucking mind.
It's
Whoopity
wild.
scoop, poop, whoop. Have you heard that song?
I heard that.
Yeah, like dog. If you can sell a record like that,
That's wild. I'm gonna mix a drink real quick, gentlemen. We don't pause the show either.
Yeah, I'll make
We just
it.
keep.
I got it.
just keep it.
I
going.
gotta take a piss too. So you gotta just keep entertaining.
Oh, shit.
Nah, I'm just kidding. How are you,
can hold
feeling
it.
over
You
there?
Who, me? I'm about to go and play on some Battlefield, bro.
Wow. All right.
Shit, you gonna stream later on or what?
No.
We'll leave the fun party stuff for you, big dog.
Alright, hit me up, bro.
All right. You
sir.
can leave through the front and then just lock the door.
Yeah.
A little thing.
Alright, peace, guys.
All right. We'll find him sleeping on the couch.
Yeah. Or he's gonna be in there playing video games. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Battlefield in your living room.
Right, he left, right?
He's like, I forgot something, man. I heard that, Josh.
No, he's a good guy, definitely.
What a drag.
What, that?
Yeah.
Nah, that's right. So yeah, man, this is part of the show where now we just go through current topics and shit.
Okay.
You fuck with Young Thug?
Here we go.
The one with the dress on the cover of his. Yeah, no, I don't really.
You know some of his music?
Some of actually, him and 21 Savage recently have kind of.
Oh yeah,
impressed
they
me
made a dope
because-
song.
But that's part of hip hop and something we can relate on. You want people to grow. I mean, the little Zans and the little fucking
The little
Peeps and the
anything.
little bro.
I like Little Skies.
He's
That's
cool,
about it.
yeah.
Lil
Little fungus.
There's a guy that I follow on
Yeah.
Instagram called Lil Toe.
Shut
I
up.
swear.
Oh my god.
Lil
And that's
Toe.
Lil Wayne's fault for starting that shit. So
Isn't that crazy? He started the face tattoos and the Lils. And it didn't take till like 10 years later, something like that, for it all to
for
start
people to
popping.
And his
Well, it only
album.
took 5 years for everybody
And
to
his
wear
album.
jeans that don't fit them.
Well,
They
this-
put on their little sister's pants.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, this
Yeah.
is Young Thug's biggest fan.
Yeah, how y'all doing right now? It's your boy EJ. Right now I'm in the process of getting my hair cut, getting ready for my man Tony Bosco wedding. Big shouts out to my man Bosco. We turned it all the way up last night. Oh yeah. Right now I just want to let y'all know about one of the most greatest, matter of fact, the most greatest rapper of all time. You know what I mean? My man, you know what I mean? This guy is just an iconic artist, man. I mean, he's better than Jay-Z, Pac, Big, Nas, Damon Blue, Scar Akbar, Sonny Riggs, Test Me.
He starts
He's
naming
just
people
the
nobody
nicest
knows.
in the world,
Look at
you know
his
what I mean?
face, watch.
Oh man, I just can't
Shit.
say enough about this guy. I mean, this guy's incredible. And I'm gonna quote a line from this guy. He go by the name of Young Thugger. He says, keep in the finning in the beginning, the binning in the beginning.
He said, "Look, the
Look at
worst
his
part
face.
about that song, though,
Look at his face, though. Watch how serious his face is. Go ahead. Watch.
Young Thugger. He says, keep in the finning in the beginning, the binning in the beginning.
I love the guy in the background. The background guy is my favorite, right?
But
now.
look, he's fucking around, clearly.
Okay, so the worst line from that song, and I don't know if anybody's ever listened to it closely, is that I'm pretty sure he says, "I'm in the car with baby, giving him slappy tappy." What did you just say?
Can you look that up?
He really? Yeah, I'm telling you, in his verse in
The
there,
Young Thug. But what song is that?
that song.
I know, but I don't remember the
Oh
name.
God.
Never mind. Not probably won't be able to find it.
But anyways, yeah, that was the one with him and the other. I can't think of their names right now. But it was yeah. Anyways, he makes some
Fire.
he made
ass
some
shit.
statements that I'm like, dude.
Hey, well, there's this rapper that imitates Eminem, and he's like spot on, dude.
Really?
He's
That would
fucking
be
sick.
interesting.
Hang on, let me enlarge it real quick, because you need to see his facial expressions and everything. He's got bars for days. Wouldn't you agree?
Is this
Bars
that dad
for
guy
days.
that raps to his kids all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I'm on torrent. I'm driving a Porsche over the floorboards, over the 4 points, wearing the 4 tours, getting an abortion and a divorce at the same time the year it's affording. Look what I'm planning. I'm planning to do all this while you're panicking, and you're looking and staring at mannequins, and I'm going to Fannikins trying to get up a Blannikins. All of the Blannikins, Fannikins, with all the mannequins, Anakin, Anna in a cabana. I'm in a cabana in a Janet. I'm in a cabana chanting on the stand-up banner. Well, you don't got the stamina, you're lacking the stamina. You're lacking the stamina while you're divorcing Harrison Ford, and I'm in a Porsche and floorboards while I'm on torrent. You're using way too many napkins. Napkins is chapkin. You using chapstick and napkins while I'm papkin. flapping around like a babkin, slamming a babbling pan and champion, damn it again, I put it.
Okay, so have you heard the song with him? It's him, Royce the 5'9". It's called Caterpillar. Okay, so his verse on that, it's one of those ones where he doesn't fucking breathe for like 2 minutes, but he kills it. But that Eminem, I like, but I don't know if you were a big fan of him back in the day.
Back in the day, that
Okay,
was the
so
Untouchable.
Eminem show, Marshall Mathers LP. It was deliberate stuff. You're talking about talking about situations that's going on with you. You're taking breaths. You're making good deliveries. And then he got to this point recently where he was just, how about it? He did, but how did it? And
it went from creating a story to Joe Budden said it best when Eminem addressed him. He's like, "What have you been doing for the last decade? You've just been rhyming words together."
True, yeah, with not a topic.
There's no substance,
right? And
there's
in the
no
Eminem
context.
show, you had literal situations you were talking about. He was drawing from them. You were beefing, you were building off it. Throw another situation in there, talk about it. To me, that's hip hop, though. That's what he got. Yeah. That's what he got in there
Each
for.
song was like a different world that he put you in. It was
exactly
like an episode,
a different situation,
like
something that, and then he drew it out for you, and that's what hip hop was, right? To talk about a situation, coming from the hood, coming from whatever, and being able to talk about situations where you would grow from it. That's what hip hop's lost these days. Lil Pump. What is that song? What's that new song?
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
Stupid.
Have you seen?
Which is cool.
No, it's not.
If you're trying to be funny, but the point one, he's not trying to be fucking funny, and it's great because I don't know if you've listened to any of his MGK disses.
Those are dope.
Okay. So the second and the third one, where he goes in on Lil Yachty and Lil Pump and those guys, and that's all he said. Like all your shit's rented. The fucking record label rents you an apartment. They buy you jewelry. Like back in the day, like Wu-Tang and them. They started from nothing. They built themselves up. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with them, but I mean, at one point, Ghostface had a fucking chain. Was a sun that was this big. He had a giant.
You're such
eagle.
I had to address this song. Have you heard the remix?
No. You see D-Ray Davis do it on the Hip Hop Awards? Oh, if you haven't seen the 2018 Hip Hop Awards, I'd watch it. Dope. They're pretty funny. Cardi twerks her ass off. That's
hey. Post pregnant booty.
Yeah, hey, no, she look good.
So this remix is dope. Check it out. I like it a lot better than the original.
You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it.
This is that Blake
You're
Weber
such a
guy.
fucking hoe.
Yeah.
When the first time they asked you want sparkling or still? Why you trying to act like you was drinking sparkling water before you came out here? You're such a fucking... I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I like my dick suck. I'll buy you a sick truck. I'll buy you some new tits. I'll get you that nip tuck. How you start a family, the condom slipped up. Okay, I sick fuck, I'm inappropriate. I like hearing stories. I like that hoe shit. I wanna hear more shit. I like the hoe shit. Send me some more shit, you trifling hoe. Bitch. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. Cause you know in our day, they couldn't say the shit they wanna say.
Well, what's funny is D-Ray says it, and something that's cool about it with filmmaking these days, they're starting to get back to that. You remember Missy Elliott and the blow-up suit and being weird, or even Mace and P. Diddy, and they're like floating in that
fucking
thing.
Ludacris with the big arms.
Yeah, big head. Dude, exactly. I got a midget swinging from my necklace.
Yeah.
Like all that. Yeah, that's funny.
It's
and it's
creative
good that
again.
it's going back to that because I like that. You want to be entertaining at the same time as delivering
It's
the
just
message.
now
But there's no message here.
Yeah, no, it's catchy as fuck.
And I think the worst part is you have 12-year-olds singing this word for word. And I'll be damned.
Oh, yeah.
If I let my daughter, I have a daughter's 3 years old. If I let my daughter get anywhere close to this shit, when she gets in the car, we're listening to Kenny Loggins, okay? We're doing something. Yeah, but real positive, like, you know, this is not shit for children to listen to.
No, and what's crazy is that like there's so much good music, but you have to find it, and why the shitty music is getting exposed, or the exposure that it's getting, is because the record labels
are pushing
just like
it.
with the gangster rap, they made that shit hella popular,
right?
Fucked up the black culture. Now with this shit, they play all the drug songs, all the.
Well, look at Juice WRLD's new album. a world. What is it called? Like a world covered in a world full of drugs or something. That's his new album.
Mm-hmm.
They're glorifying this too much. I mean, we have a problem right now with kids taking pills, ODing.
Opioid. What's it
Addiction is the number one thing in this country, which turns into heroin addiction, which is one of the worst fucking things. I mean, yeah, you can be a meth head and
I gotta pick up my trash every morning because these assholes are digging through it to try to find cans.
Yeah,
or bottles.
But those are tweakers. At least those people will die out, hopefully, and then they go to sleep for a little bit.
Population control.
But heroin, bro, people get sick. I've watched really, really good friends of mine go from, we were buying peas together, breaking them down, and making it, hustling money for him to get addicted to, hey, bro, can I get a dub sack because I can't take the whole ounce or the whole half pea no more, or whatever it is.
Allegedly he did that, right, in a make-believe story.
No, yeah, make believe. Okay,
Right,
yeah,
cool.
no, but no, seriously, I've watched bad people and do that shit, and it's sick, bro. It really is, and the fact that the doctors want to feed it to you like it's
people
candy.
selling this shit, they don't fucking give
care.
Hell
no.
Dude. It's
That's
just
money.
money to them.
Yeah.
It's about themselves at the end of the day.
Well, that's what's fucking up the whole country is the corporate world thinks like that, the government thinks like
Well, you
that,
know how many
drug
Fortune
dealers
500
think like that?
companies, they're doing coke on their desk while they're in there, or doing
Adderall.
It's so Adderall in college. I mean, you're starting people young. This is not.
It's
okay
normal.
to me.
It's normal.
It's normal. That should not be normal though to me.
No.
You know, you smoke some weed, you're cool. I mean, you can, as long as you can function and handle business and do your thing. To me, that's fully understandable. I mean, depending on
you're
your
not
position,
a user. You're a. It's like taking supplements.
It's
in a
it's
way,
like having a drink, in my opinion.
which is also a
smoking
drug.
a joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many AA? I mean, right? There's a reason why people are in AA. You know, so. But yeah, just the way that this country. I mean, recently the FDA approved something.
Hey.
AA.
Oh, AA. AA. No, but they approved like something that's stronger than morphine for children under the age of 12.
But they'll make cannabis illegal.
Oh yeah.
And
Heaven
they'll
forbid.
fucking
If you're in
fight a
Texas, heaven
war
forbid you
against
smoke
it.
a joint, right?
But you can own a rhinoceros.
Yeah, or ride in the bed of a pickup truck with a fucking
But don't
semi-automatic
smoke
rifle.
a joint, which
And they don't
never
care.
made me want to fight a person in my whole fucking
Ever.
life.
If anything, I'm hungry.
wanna
I'm eating
talk
shit, and I
things
might
out.
want to fuck. That's pretty much where I'm at with that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. That's.
Yeah,
It's
preach
this
it.
country, and it's all about money. It really is, and it's unfortunate, man, to watch people really not give a shit. But like you said, population control.
Well, if you
Let's let
study,
the losers spiral out of
if
control.
you study history, there's been numerous empires that just dominated for a long amount of time, but all of them fail eventually, and they all failed due to narcissism and just not being self-aware of what's actually going on in the world. They all fall for it. The Romans, the fucking I forget the other guys. There's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
All those
I can't
assholes
think.
back in the day that started shit.
I got there's a lot of dust on my history, but I
Yeah.
understand like the main gist of it.
Yeah.
And every empire has failed, dude.
yeah.
Greeks for sure.
Yeah.
They're fucking. That's a bankrupt country right now.
But I mean, it depends on what you believe in too. Like, I mean, I don't know how much
We're on
I'm
the
into.
verge.
Shit,
Yeah,
no,
I don't know
we're
if I'm
dead.
if anybody really, you
The
know.
president shouldn't be meeting up with Kanye West. He should be answering those bill collectors' phone calls.
Right, yeah.
I'll make it next month. I swear. I'm just waiting on this check to come.
I
through.
swear all those illegal people working in all of my stuff, I didn't know. Yeah, like get the fuck out of here.
But I'm
bro.
deporting them out of my country, so
Yeah, no, yeah. It's
don't want them
crazy.
to live a good life. I'd rather them live a shitty life and make stuff for us.
And I think that, like I said, it's like you said, it's a filtration system. You know, if someone's willing to start with pills to
Well,
move on to something,
Where do you
kill
draw the
themselves.
line to help the United States? Where do you draw the line?
We're not the people to answer that question. There's people that study how to answer that question, and they don't even fucking know. There's too many people here.
I think, but the medical education that we have in this country, I had a
What
recent.
does that got to do with though?
What it starts with, where I would, if you want to ask me what my solution would be, is education. Educate everyone on real topics like how to improve your credit, how to take out loans, how to take care of your body so you don't have health issues, how to raise your kids and not have them be fucking assholes and do school shootings, fucking if you have a gun, train your whole family on how to use it and the dangers of it.
Well, that
Education is everything, and we're so diseducated because the education system was set up for after the Industrial Revolution. It was bought by and owned by these rich people in the industry, and they trained the kids that they're teaching to be industrial workers. So they taught them shit like science or
mathematics,
stupid shit, you know? And then they put you on that stupid schedule just so you could be ready for the working world. Because when you were growing up, didn't they say...
I don't know if school prepped me for that. Did you ever take an economics class?
I haven't, no.
You didn't ever take econ? So in high school in econ, they really teach you about funding, how to get stuff, but they never really teach you, like you said, how to keep your credit, how to manage your money, how to manage credit cards, how to be self-sufficient and not put yourself in a hole. And I know through the early 2000s, credit cards got big. That ruined almost a whole generation of getting in debt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you know why that happened is because...
it was not previous education, though. Your economics class never taught you.
What the banking industry was doing is they were giving out loans and selling those loans to outside providers, assuming that everyone was going to be able to pay on their credit. Well, then the economy declined, and all that credit went to shit, and then the banks had to get bailed out because they were selling false promises to people.
Yeah, the housing market. That was the big housing market thing. Yeah.
My dad bought a house here for like what? $250,000. $250,000. When you say $250,000, doesn't sound like much, but $250,000 he bought a house. Put like 90 grand down on it, lived there and made payments for a year. Lost the house. You know what they auctioned it off for?
Oh, probably.
70,000.
Yeah.
And he put more than that down in the initial payment.
Right. They're willing to sweep your feet from underneath you.
Yeah, so the banks got my dad's down payment and the people that bought the house.
And whatever payments he was
Instead
making.
of cutting him a break, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's something they kind of fixed. I just purchased a house recently in December. That $250,000. Yeah, I can relate. I paid $265 for it.
Oh, so you're right there.
Yeah, so I put a little bit down, nowhere
That's
near
a midget.
90.
That's a
That would have been a
midget
great
hanging off
down
your
payment.
head.
My payments would have been fucking lovely if that was the case. But the great thing about it was they fixed a lot. You know, like I don't have to make my like quarterly, like you do property tax and stuff.
Yeah.
All of that's worked into my payments. So
Yeah. But they
after
figured-
that housing crash and stuff, they figured, okay, we're not.
But they
gonna
figured out other ways to make money underneath.
I'm sure.
Helping people.
I'm sure.
Because there's a guy that studies like the economics and the big bubble burst that happened.
Right.
And he says there's gonna be another one, and it's coming soon.
But we've heard that for 2 years that
it's
the
just,
bubble's gonna pop and the
there's
mortgage
always
rates are
people like
gonna.
that, I guess.
It's so hard to say. Shit changes so fucking much lately. It's hard to.
It depends on what you put in office. That's why I go back to vote, pay
To
attention,
judge.
research, look at who you're going, because the people we put in right now are the people who are supposedly going to look out for us in this next election in 2 years. And if you don't put the right people in there, they're just going to take advantage of it.
But you know, the world works in a yin and yang way and a karma way, and people learn from other people's mistakes. And where I'm getting with this is like a lot of people like to talk shit about millennials.
Right.
Because
we don't eat Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We're not those millennials.
We're not. Yeah. No, that's Generation X.
But you want to smoke one? I got one rolled up.
If you want, yeah. Sure.
No, but they say that millennials act like they know everything. Well, we grew up when everyone was fucking up, and we seen solutions. So
Right.
eventually, all these old bastards that are making all the wrong decisions are gonna die off, and our generation's gonna take over. We went through the hole, and we're not gonna settle for that shit, you know?
Well, I watched a Comedy Central thing, and the guy was joking around about it, and he said, it's funny because you ask anybody under the age of 23 right now, you know, hey, what job do you work? And they're like, well, I'm an Instagram filter. I'm an Instagram model. Like, bitch, that's not a real fucking job. Like, I understand you can make money, and certain people can, and I hope to God the podcast blows up, and, you're a multimillionaire, but at the same time, people consider that as being a full-time, like, I'm gonna put that in.
Well, what's crazy is I seen a similar thing, and he's like, it was kind of like a spoken word. He's like, these people that make money from Instagram, they call themselves influencers. But what are you influencing? When you get pulled over for being under the influence. And he's like, people are inebriated by what these influencers are posting. Perfect body, nice cars, unachievable shit.
ice. Oh, everybody needs ice
Unachievable
now.
shit.
Everybody needs diamonds.
Yeah, so when you
diamonds
look,
depreciate. They're not worth
hell
shit.
yeah, they're not a good investment.
It's like Vic Mensa. I don't know if you
Yeah.
followed his music, but that's what I like in his freestyle or BET Cypher on this last Hip Hop Awards. That's why I said I wear like an Egyptian chain, but it's all gold. Why? Because gold always increases in value. Very seldom does it drop. But a diamond, it's like a car. As soon as you buy it, it's worth half as much.
Well,
as
you know they
bought
have
it
a
for.
stockpile of diamonds, and all the diamond industry is in on this. That they only let so many out per year to keep the value up.
Keep the value up.
They have a
okay.
fucking stockpile of diamonds.
Yeah, it's because we're taking care. We're taking it all from Africa for
which is poor
chump
as
change.
fuck.
Yeah.
And
There's
making
a
hella
movie-
money off
There's
it.
a movie Leonardo DiCaprio did. And it's called Blood Diamonds. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
about- have you seen
That's
that?
Yes,
the term.
that's a very
Blood
good-
diamonds is the term of diamonds that come from Africa.
Yeah.
That is such
Illegally
a good
brought
ass-
in mind
Illegally,
because
yeah.
we stopped
Yeah.
it. We say we don't accept that, but it's just like offshore banking. They
Yeah.
always find ways
Yeah.
to
Oh,
get
yeah.
it
It's
to
still
one
happening.
country to legal.
They
Oh, yeah.
appease the people by saying, "Hey, we made this law," but you don't know there's 12 loopholes behind that.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like the Panama Papers, right? Where they came out with a couple of years ago, where they figured out people are embezzling millions, if not billions, of dollars through that, and through side countries like that to help me. Oh, now we migrated for this
exactly.
business, or and that's a mobster lifestyle, right? Like I'm gonna open a business.
We're the biggest
I'm gonna-
gangsters in the world. America's fucking
We are thugging.
thug life.
We are thugging. We are thugging. Yeah, and that's
And
true.
that's an embarrassment to my man Tupac right there.
Right.
He had a different
someone that was trying to
term
teach
for
us.
thug, yeah.
And we grew up listening to him. I mean, if you listen to a lot of his phrases and a lot of the stuff that he spoke to you,
That's who raised me, dude.
Yeah.
I grew up in a fucked up household with no structure. And where'd I get my structure? Through my friends and Tupac.
Yeah.
All day.
yeah,
Listen
logical
to him
thinkers.
all day.
I mean, even KRS-One and Gangstar and those guys, they're trying to teach us the right way. You compare that music right now to that what we were listening to then, and it's really pathetic. That's why I said I'd hate for my daughter to get 12 right now and listen to this shit.
Preach that shit all
Yeah,
the time.
it's horrible,
I hate
bro.
music right now.
We
It's
grew up
even like
listening to
Rihanna.
Thug's Mansion and Ambitions of a Writer.
Right.
These kids are growing up to fucking Bad Baby and
I
You're
don't
Such
know.
a Fucking Hoe.
I don't know.
I love
We
it.
had that. Hey Biggie, you know I fucked Joe, bitch. I mean, we
Yeah.
had a little bit of that too, but at
We
the same
had
time-
it and then we joked around. It probably did
Yeah.
influence us.
Well,
but
it's funny because like Eminem, like Slim Shady LP, like there's a lot of vulgar, violent, but at a young age I didn't understand.
But then also
but
too,
it was never.
also too, like I'm sure you listen to Mac Dre,
Oh.
and he would talk about thizzles all the time. I would have never wanted to try ecstasy if it wasn't for Mac Dre.
Right. Okay. and I can
You
get
can
on
try
that.
to, you can try to devil's advocate that, but you know.
Yeah, and pimping. Like that was his main thing. Yeah.
I
But at
could-
a young age, it was harder to understand. Now it's all about sex for the most part, and that's
So
the last
much-
thing I want my 10, 12-year-old daughter to sit and listen to. Even Rihanna, S-S-M-M. Like, no, I don't want you to Google that. I don't need my, that's played all over the radio. The last thing I want my 10-year-old to do is listen to that song and be like, well, what's S&M? Oh, now you're educating yourself on something that you really did not need to know, and I
It's
would have
like,
never
fuck.
let you. Yeah, dude, so.
I mean, music influences, and that's why they call hip hop now a culture. A lot of people refer to it as a culture. Do it for the culture.
But this is the new wave. We want to talk about sex and drugs and
but that's
killing
the,
people.
That's the shitty music. There's so much music now. There's good people out there.
But they don't give good lines, Like Logic. I don't know if you listen to Logic, but I really like Logic because he's a positive guy. He really wants to give you an honest situation. Like you said, my dad's black, I look white, but I fuck with everybody because it doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
I think it was an award show. I don't know if it was MTV or whatever, but he brought a lot of people on board, and they were kids, I support Mexico or whatever, and that's what this country was built off of, is people was moving in. How much I agree with, just people just coming over here willy-nilly. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a different story, maybe a different topic you want to talk about, but at the same time, like I said, I mean, it's interrupted.
Video died.
Okay, so are you chilling for a minute or what?
It's cut.
It's done?
It's a wrap.
Okay. Well, that's cool though. I felt like we were.
No,
having
it was
good-
cool because I was
yeah.
thinking too. I'm like, I gotta piss. That was like a good high note to leave on because
Yeah.
there's like 6 people watching right now,
That's cool.
which is
That's
higher
cool.
than usual.
Hopefully I did good. Hopefully I look good.
Nah, you did good. That was a good one.
Okay.
That was a success.
I was nervous as shit.
Bro,
I started.
killer, bro.
I was starting to sweat a little bit, you know.
I'm gonna take a piss, but handshake mental.
You gotta get out of here right now, or what?
Yeah,
I know
you
you
can fuck
could,
with you
man.
right now.
Now we watched the video and
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I know at first my nuts
Yeah, you
running. I'm like,
You guys ready?
I want this, and I gotta make it look so clean on the video. I need another beer too. My shit was empty, and I was gonna be like, "Hey, can I get a
yeah, you
refill
don't wanna
too?"
get up. I'm like, I
I
gotta
get a
pee,
refill
I
too,
need
bro.
to pee.
Since out here getting up and grabbing people shit. But yeah, that was
Here.
hey, that was fun, bro.
It's a good time, right? When do you sit down and talk to people like that?
No, and like I said, we have a lot to relate on, and so
And knowledgeable about things.
yeah.
So see what I mean of like controlling where the conversation goes, not controlling, let you guys control where it goes, and then it's just there wasn't any dull moments the whole
Yeah.
time.
That was cool. I like that. Yeah, there was no pauses of like, oh, what are we gonna say? Oh, what are we
Yeah.
gonna...
I want to see how long it is. How long do you think?
Hour and 45.
No.
That's a long one. I'm gonna say like an hour or 10, hour 20.
I was like, why did my phone go off short circuit back there? Who is this? My man calling. Sorry, I forgot my phone was on loud too.
Let me make sure it's actually on. It's at an hour and 15 minutes.
No way.
That's cool. That did not feel like an hour. I don't know, sorry. You're
Oh, you know
right
what?
across from me, so I'm looking
The
at you.
fucking charger wasn't even plugged into this shit.
No, that's why.